Hey, Reen, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if we had a school field trip and I didn't have the supplies to go?
Well, I would give you mine.
That's wonderful. That's exactly what the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ did at the expedition of Tabuk.
Okay, let's go learn more about today's Friday sermon.
Yeah.
It's Friday, gather round. There's so much wisdom to be found. Each week we unite to see our Khalifa shining bright. Each time he guides the way, teaching us new things each day. Like a fountain, knowledge springs. Allah's praises it will sing. So kids, come on round. Here our friendships will be found. Each time Huzoor guides the way, we learn new things every day. A source of love, pure and clear. With every word we draw near. Each week we unite to see our Khalifa shining bright. To see our Khalifa shining bright.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to another episode of Friday Sermon for Kids. We hope that our viewers have had a chance to listen to the Friday sermon of Beloved Huzoor Aidullah bin Nasr Aziz before joining today's program. I am joined by two young panelists, Arib and Areen, who have joined us today. How are you guys doing today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very excited for this week's discussion.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. I'm looking forward to today's discussion too.
That is wonderful to hear, Jazakallah. Now, this week's Friday sermon was filled again with lessons from history. Beloved Huzoor talked about the Battle of Tabuk. But before we discuss further, let's listen to a clip from this week's Friday sermon.
एक रिवायत में है कि रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को ख़बर पहुंची कि मुनाफ़िकीन सुहैलम यहूदी के घर में इकट्ठे हो रहे हैं, जिसका घर जासूम के पास है। जासूम, इसको बेर जासिम भी कहते हैं। ये मदीना में एक कुआं था और लोगों को ग़ज़वा तबूक में रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के हमरा जाने से रोक रहे हैं मुनाफ़िकीन। दरअसल मदीने में मुसलमानों को इस जंग पर ना जाने के लिए हर किस्म के मनफी प्रोपेगेंडा की सारी साजिशें यहाँ तैयार की जाती थी। रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने हज़रत तलहा बिन उबैदुल्लाह को बाज़ अफराद के साथ इसकी तरफ रवाना किया और हुक्म दिया कि सुहैलम के घर को आग लगा दी जाए, यानी उसको ख़त्म करो, गिरा दो, ख़त्म करो और जला दो। कच्चे घर होते थे। हज़रत तलहा ने ऐसा ही किया, जिस पर इस जगह पर मौजूद तमाम लोग भाग गए। उन भागने वालों में से एक ज़हाक बिन खलीफा भी था, जो कि मुनाफ़िकीन के साथ मिला हुआ था। वो घर की छत पर चढ़ गया और उसके अक़बी जानब से नीचे कूद गया, जिसकी वजह से उसकी टांग और कलाई टूट गई। हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की रहमत और आपका अफ़्व फिर भी ऐसा गालिब आया कि आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने इनमें से किसी को भी ना गिरफ़्तार करने का इरशाद फरमाया और ना ही कोई मज़ीद सज़ा दी। अलबत्ता साजिशों के सट्टे यानी हेडक्वार्टर को ख़त्म कर दिया गया।
So Huzoor began the sermon by talking about the hypocrites who would make excuses so that they wouldn't have to go into the Battle of Tabuk. Huzoor specifically mentioned a hypocrite by the name of Jud bin Qais, who gave very inappropriate reasons as to why he could not go, saying that he would fall to temptation or fitna. Now, what was the Holy Prophet ﷺ's response to this?
The Holy Prophet ﷺ turned away and said that he did not need to participate in the battle.
That is correct. Huzoor also mentioned the son of Jud bin Qais, Abdullah, who was a sincere Muslim, and he approached his father asking him why he did not partake in the battle and saying that you could have also financially helped as well, given that Jud bin Qais was a wealthy man. Huzoor said that Jud bin Qais started making more excuses, saying that, oh, it'll be too hot, or that he was afraid of the Byzantines and the superpowers of Rome. Now, what was his son's response to this?
His son said that he's not taking part in the battle out of hypocrisy.
That is correct. Now, Huzoor did mention that Jud bin Qais repented and later became a sincere Muslim. Now, the people of Medina were gathering and they were spreading false lies to prevent Muslims from going and joining the Battle of Tabuk. They would meet at a specific house to make these plans against the Muslims.
And this house was basically the headquarters where the propaganda was created.
When the Holy Prophet ﷺ found out, he wisely told the companions to tear down the house so the mischief would stop.
Exactly. The people inside ran away, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ showed such mercy that he did not punish anyone. But the house itself was in fact taken down. And Beloved Huzoor mentions a very, very important point about this, highlighting that any plans or actions against the administration should be met with strictness. All right, I think now is a great time to transition into our next segment, the word of the sermon. And for that, we'll have our friend Samir take it away.
Jazakallah, guys. This week's word of the sermon is Bebasi. This word simply means helplessness. It is a feeling of not being able to do anything, even when you really want to do it. Bebasi comes from two parts. Be, which means without, and basi, which means ability, power, or control. So literally, Bebasi means being without power or control. Huzoor, may Allah be his helper, used this word to describe the state of the group of companions who really wanted to go to the Battle of Tabuk. But there were no animals for them to ride on. Huzoor mentioned that history remembers that group of people as Bakaun, or those who weep profusely. Hope this helps. Back over to you guys.
Jazakallah Samir for that wonderful explanation, and I hope we are all able to remember this very important word that Beloved Huzoor mentioned in his sermon. Now let's get back into our discussion.
Huzoor also talked about the passion for the Muslims to join the battle.
Yeah, and the generosity of the wealthy companions.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you both remember these points. So let's discuss what Beloved Huzoor mentioned. Now Huzoor said that as the Muslims were busy getting ready for the Battle of Tabuk, lots of companions were willing to give so much away. The wealthy companions were giving money and weapons and camels to those that needed it. Because after all, the Holy Prophet ﷺ had said, only those should join that are fit and they have a camel, because this was going to be a long and difficult journey. Now Huzoor mentioned that a group of companions approached the Holy Prophet ﷺ and they really wanted to join. They were very zealous to join, and they said that they don't have a camel, and so they approached the Holy Prophet ﷺ and asked, but the Prophet ﷺ unfortunately had no camels at the point. And so these companions, they were heartbroken and they walked away in tears. In fact, the Holy Quran in chapter 9 verse 92 addresses these companions who walked away in tears, saying that, nor against those to whom when they came to thee that thou shouldst furnish them with mounts, thou didst say, I cannot find whereon I can mount you. They turned back, their eyes overflowing with tears, out of grief that they could not find what they might spend. So as you can see, Allah Ta'ala addressed these companions who showed the love and passion to join this battle, but were unable to do so. Now, this is when other companions heard that certain companions didn't have the means to accompany them, and they stood up and showed the sacrifice and the brotherhood to offer the means to enable them to come. Now, that's very similar to you guys earlier. You guys shared in that hypothetical situation where you offered your bag so that you can go on the field trip together. That is the spirit of Islam.
Huzoor also talked about that 6 men from the tribe of Hazrat Abu Musa radhiyallahu anhu asked the Holy Prophet ﷺ for riding animals as well.
Yes, that's correct, but there weren't any. And so the Holy Prophet ﷺ swore by God that he had nothing to give. So they sadly walked away weeping. Now later, when the Holy Prophet ﷺ was able to get some, he called them back, and the people of Hazrat Abu Musa returned and they were able to join the expedition.
Akbar Bhai, I'm sure a lot of kids might be wondering, why did the Holy Prophet ﷺ have to swear by God?
That's a good point you bring up, Areen. Huzoor quoted the words of Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, who said that these people were villagers and they were uncivilized, so they needed some words of assurance, and that is why the Holy Prophet ﷺ had to take an oath to give them that assurance. All right, Arib and Areen, this brings us to the next portion of this episode, which is the quiz of the sermon. You guys ready?
Yes.
Now, which companion did the Holy Prophet ﷺ give the largest flag in the Muslim army to bring to the Battle of Tabuk? A. Hazrat Abu Bakr Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. B. Hazrat Umar Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. C. Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. Or D. Hazrat Khalid bin Walid Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu.
I think it's A, Hazrat Abu Bakr Raziyallahu Anhu.
I also think it's A, Hazrat Abu Bakr Raziyallahu Anhu.
Excellent. You both got it right. It is A, Hazrat Abu Bakr Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. For our viewers at home, we publish this quiz once a week before every episode, and this week, 57% of our viewers around the world who took part got it right. All right, now let's get back to our discussion.
Akbar Bhai, what did Huzoor say about how many Muslims joined the expedition?
Huzoor mentioned that some narrations mention the army being 40,000 people and other narrations mentioning 70,000 people. However, most historians agree that the number was actually closer to 30,000.
We also need to talk about who the Holy Prophet ﷺ appointed as a deputy in Medina.
That's right, Irene. I'm glad you brought that up because before leaving for the Battle of Tabuk, the Holy Prophet ﷺ appointed 4 deputies with different duties. Now, Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu was one of them, and he was tasked with looking after the family of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Now, some people make fun of Hazrat Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu for staying behind, but the Holy Prophet ﷺ himself assured him that his role was very special. After making all the preparations, the Holy Prophet ﷺ prayed for the protection of the Muslims. And that brings us to the end of today's episode.
Alhamdulillah, I learned a lot.
Yeah, me too.
That is great to hear. Jazakallah for joining us, Arib and Areen, and Jazakallah to our audience who joined us from around the world. That is it for today's episode of Friday Sermon for Kids. Be sure to tune in to the Friday Sermon of Beloved Huzoor Idil Ta'ala bin Azil Aziz every week. For now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
It's Friday, gather round. There's so much wisdom to be found. Each week we unite to see our Khalifa shining bright. Each time he guides the way, teaching us new things each day. Like a fountain, knowledge springs. Allah's praises it will sing. So kids, come on round. Here our friendships will be found. Each time Huzoor guides the way, we learn new things every day. A source of love, pure and clear. With every word we draw near. Each week we unite to see our Khalifa shining bright. To see our Khalifa shining bright.